Dogs, especially puppies, love to have fun. However, as we all know, not everything can always be fun and games. Teaching your dog how to wait is a vital skill that's important for their safety. Whether it's waiting for your dog to eat food or wait at the door before running out, wait is one of the most basic skills that you can teach your dog. By teaching your dog how to wait, you can potentially save them from running into the streets or from eating something that they shouldn't eat. So by the end of this speech, hopefully your dog will be on its way to becoming a waiting master. Some of the things that you're going to need are obviously going to be a dog. It'll do your dog no good to teach them when that's not there. You're also going to need some treats. I'm just using some chicken. And you just want to really make sure that you're careful on how many treats you're giving your dog. I always like to use these very small pieces. They don't need much to respond to, so you can barely see how much I have here. But according to the Preventative Vet article, you shouldn't give your dog any more than 10% of their total food of the day. You wouldn't want your dog to be gaining any excess weight during their training sessions. So it is always important to make sure that you understand that all dogs are different. Some dogs are going to catch on a lot faster, some are going to take some time and more repetition, but just make sure to have patience, take a lot of breaks, and just give them a lot of praise. So when you start training your dog, it's always going to be a process of steps and stages before you can get to eventually more complex skills. So you always want to start as slow and easy when teaching your dog a new skill. So the thing you want to make sure your dog understands with weight is to make sure that they understand that just because you're holding a treat doesn't mean they can get to it right away. What you want to do is hold the treat between your fingers, and as they attempt to go for it, offer the command wait, and pull your hand back slightly, okay, and reward them. So you always want to make sure that you have a release word handy as well. So when you have your command word wait, you always want to make sure that you say either go ahead, or I like to use the word okay as a signal for them that they can go ahead and eat the treats. So when you do that, you're going to practice it a couple times until they understand that just because you're holding like this, wait, doesn't mean they can get to it. So you can always just use your commands of sit or down whenever you want your dog to wait. After doing this a couple times, you can even further their waiting by putting the treats on the ground. Again, you can go ahead and have your dog sit or lay down, and then you're going to place the treat a couple feet in front of them, and then use the command wait before they can get to it. Down, wait, give them a second or two, and then give them the release word. Okay? And then you can always feel free to give them another small secondary treat as a reward for listening to the command. Sit. So as you continue to practice the basics of wait, your dog will eventually generalize the concept to a lot more complex situations, such as waiting at the door or having a lot more treats in front of them. The more you practice a skill, the more your dog will understand what you want. However, it's always important to make sure that you continue to give your dog challenges in order to keep their brains active and to keep them motivated. So a more complex form of wait is obviously having them wait for a lot more treats than just one. So you can always just have more treats in front of them and have your dog, again, go into a sit or down position. Move down. And so I'm going to spread out a couple of the multiple treats in front of him and again, tell him to wait. Down. Good. Now if your dog starts to budge, you can always just give them another reminder wait command, or even an just to make sure that they understand that it's not time for them to go yet. So your dog will start to eye the treats. Another thing that you can always work on is the concept of look. Look at me. Quiet, look. Good boy. I'm gonna wait. So you always want to keep eye contact to make sure that you really have that connection with your dog. Another thing that I like to do is just test by release word and to give them a lot of other words to see if he really understands what word means go. I like to say random words such as watermelon, phone, ball, strawberry. Obviously, he understands which word means what. Alright, okay. I gave him a couple seconds there just to make sure that he understood how to wait, but as you can see, he already knows which words to listen to and which not to. It's important that you make sure just keep practicing this. It is going to take a couple days, a couple different tries, but always praise them and always give them breaks and lots of breaks to make sure that they're not too tired. So dogs are always family, and it's important to know that how to communicate with them and how to understand the basic skills and commands. And teaching them new skills always opens up a stronger sense of bonding between you two. And I hope that this has taught you a little bit on how to train your dog how to wait, and I hope to see that next time your dogs will learn even more tricks.